Yo, 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 what's happening? Nico here. Hey, the question that I want to pose today is, are you too busy to get better? One of the problems that I had early on in my recovery was that I didn't have time to focus, strategize, put together some sort of plan, take action on my own well-being. I was going to work. I was waking up like hour before I had to get to work. I was going to work drunk most of the time, doing my 8 hours, getting off of work, drinking again, passing out, and repeating the cycle. I didn't have time to try to get better. Then I started wondering, well, why am I sleeping so much? Guess what? It was because I was drinking. So then I started getting up 2 hours before I had to go to work. And I would do a workout. I would do some sort of personal development. Shower, clean up a room, clean up something. I just do a task, just add a task before I went to work. Being too busy is an excuse. The reason why I say that is because people have gotten clean with way more on their schedule than I have had. That was my perspective. There's people who have gotten clean with kids. There's people who have stopped drinking, taking care of others. There's people who have stopped drinking while running a business, owning organizations. There's people who have stopped drinking in high-pressured situations, none of which that I had to deal with. So if they can do it, then I could figure out a way to do it. The other thing that I knew is that they had 24 hours in their day. I had 24 hours in my day. How are they using their 24 hours and how was I using my 24 hours? There was a significant difference in those two questions because the answers gave me the solution. If nobody's told you this, let me share it with you. If I haven't shared it with you, I'm sorry, but questions are the answers to our problems. The answers are inside of us, so we got to ask ourselves the questions. What can I do better with the 24 hours that I have? That's where I started. Took out the 8 hours that I knew I was going to be at work, plus the hour that I knew that it took to get to and from work, right? 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. Cool, there's 9 hours removed. So that means that Nico owned, 15 hours? That 15 hours that I owned. What was I doing with that 15 hours? I was drinking. So I would drink for like 3 of them, 4 of them maybe. And then I'd sleep for 12 of them. And it's not even sleep, I'd pass out. Maybe I would drink for 5 of them and sleep for 10 of them. Maybe I'd drink, have sex, hang out with somebody. Whatever it was always revolved around drinking. So that other 15 hours was controlled by alcohol. In those situations, those assessment situations, that's where I learned that I was really the problem for myself. Couldn't blame my job. They only had me for 8 hours. If I let the job carry over into into my home, that was on me. If I let my brain be at work when I was here at my house, that was on me. That wasn't on them. The hours that I actually had control over, where I didn't agree to exchange for cash, those were the hours that I started with. Those are the hours that I started focusing on. And little by little, I started using those hours productively so that I no longer had to exchange cash for time. My time for their cash. If you're looking for a way to get better today, to do better today, start with the 24 hours that you have today. Assess what you're doing with them. Here's an action that you can take. Take the 24 hours and break it up. Set yourself a bedtime. Set yourself a wake-up time. And then start reversing it from there. What do you need to get done before you go to work? What do you need to get done for your work that day? When you have your time back, what are you going to do with it? If you're not intentional about what's going on and what you're doing with your time that you currently have, why would there be the opportunity to use more time, right? Like, a lot of people say, I don't have time to go to rehab. I don't have time to go to meetings. I don't have time to do these things. You don't have time to get better, is what it is. And you don't have time to get better because it's not a priority. You don't see the value in it. We have to change that perspective. And one of the ways we can change that perspective is using the data that's available to us, the 24-hour measurement. Set a specific goal for what we're going to do there, something that we can achieve. It's reasonable. It's not anything too crazy or drastic. And we stick with that 24 hours. That's why in the rooms they say just for today. A lot of the problem happens in our head because we get caught up thinking about other days. My goal is to provide tips, tricks, and tools so that I can help guide you to your definition of sober, whatever that may be. I don't expect anybody to be an angel. I do expect people to do better each and every day. So it's okay to have no halo.